Aries. This is your reading for November. And I'm sorry, I'm just double checking the lighting here because it's been a little bit odd. And I'm going to put your card here so that I stay focused. Anyways, Aries, I want to really invite you and encourage you to this reading. This is simply for Aries. And anybody who identifies mostly as an Aries, it could be like sun, moon, rising. Or if you just feel like you have more of those characteristics, I do know people that are like that. So Aries, I pulled a few cards even, and I had started your reading, but I had to redo it. Now, I want to return to this, and so this will be the first time you're seeing it because I deleted the other video. But this is for body, mind, and soul. This one we're addressing the body, the earthly things, the here, the now. This is all about security. There is, an issue with your security. You're thinking about that abundance and where it came from, but there's a lot of yellow. And that has a lot to do with your chakras, your third chakra, the I am. And this is about you feeling stable in who you are and moving forward in that direction. I feel like that's going to bring you your positivity, your abundance, your affluence, your security. Now, this figure is by themselves, so you may be feeling like you're all by yourself, but you're not. You have your family to support you, even though at times it feels like they are not. Or that no one is there to help you, okay? And that may be true, like physically help you, but I feel like some people helping you, moral support. Now, this person, I feel like they have a lot of responsibility on their minds. They're not really letting other people know how they're feeling, what they're thinking. They're just trying to do everything by themselves. And there's an element of almost like holding your heart and looking at the past. Like, I wish things were the way they were even back in March, before this whole crazy world that we've evolved into has happened. So there's a sense of longing. I also see a bird, like a purity and innocence, kind of like you're seeing things now and you don't like the ugliness of what you're seeing. And it could be, with riots, with people fighting, with the whole thing that's going on with the police, with politics, all of that. I'm not going to address each individual thing. This is going to be individual to you, Aries. So I want to just caution you that in that it's okay to look back just a little bit, but be sure that you're taking your tools to move forward. That is where your power lies, because the past is a past and we cannot change that, unfortunately, but we can continue moving forward. I see that you are solid. Your foundation actually is pretty solid, even if it looks shaky to you. You have a lot of tools and you are not irrational during this time. I think that you're really cautious, planning out like how you're spending your money and all of that stuff. So that is the 10 of Pentacles. That is your family happiness. Oh, I do want to tell you, I do see an urn here. And this could be for anything that you have suffered, any loss that you've suffered. This could be like people that have passed away, or a loved one or a loved pet. I'm getting some of you with pets that have actually passed away, that you felt some kind of a comfort. Someone that had pure intentions towards you in there. It could also represent, putting into an urn like what has passed in the past and being ready to move on, but your heart still hurts. So if that is the case, I'm definitely sorry for your loss. Things have not been easy for a lot of us. So yeah, and with that, I'm getting the world, and this world is all about endings. It is true. And I'm sure that many of you, because we all tend to just love channels like this and readings and whatnot, there is, the universe in the back, and it's so dark and we can't see anything, but this lady is almost fully disrobed, and what she is wearing is very sheer. That means that you are going to come out of it very authentic. You have everything you need, all the tools that you need to be able to proceed forward. It may seem really dark, like you can't look and push your way through it, but you're nearing the end of like your challenging time. I want to say where you're going to get better footing, Aries. There's a sense again with this bird looking to the past. His body's facing forward. It's like, yeah, I'm doing all those things. I'm making applications. I'm working, applying for a second job. Excuse me. whatever the case may be. And yes, I'm using a filter, you guys. Some big shock, right? So you see my lips go, whoa. But looking at the past and just really trying to harness and embrace, like with your mind, what really happened. Like everything just suddenly changed, I feel. And so there's a sense of like, I'm looking to the past. Is it going to come back? Is it going to, there's a lot of uncertainty with this, but the bird is facing with their body towards a future. So I feel like you're a good soldier. You're kind of like moving through, and it could be a little bit robotic because your mind and therefore your heart is a little bit more in the past. So be aware of that. There is a need to kind of scrutinize things right now, whether you're doing contracts or whatever smells good to you. And it's like, it could be like, returning to the past or recreating something or creating something, or just, simply evaluating like what you have going on in your life, what is blooming. And so I get a feel for you having like these laser eyes going, okay, what is bringing me abundance? What is bringing me exactly what I need right now in order for me to move forward? And there is an element of, I have to be steadfast. I have to be not bullheaded, but just really a little bit, like a workaholic, a little bit like focus, like I'm doing this. It doesn't matter what people say. And a fierce drive towards the future. I don't know where that draw came from, but Aries. So I hope that you understand those messages. The darkness is actually leaving. I do feel like you are empowered with the wand. For me, Aries, the wand is mostly about finding that fire. And that fire is you being stripped down. You don't need fancy clothes, fancy shoes, fancy purses. Nobody cares about that. It's about finding who you are at the core and moving forward with that in a manner that is going to not recreate, but give you a lot of stability and abundance. And so this is your time to shine. I want to encourage you that if you have a desire that you've always wanted, oh my gosh, and I lay those cards down, I'm looking at like, see if you can see them. It's almost like laser focused on these pearls. I think they're supposed to be worlds or something like that, but I see pearls there. And so if you are just, looking at what can bloom and what can come about, I think that you have a lot to be inspired with. It's going to be very fluid, and it's going to be very much like you, all about you, Aries, and what you can manifest into your life. So have confidence. I'm getting like the color yellow might be really good for you to wear. If I'm not a big fan of yellow, but, wearing it at home, getting a t-shirt, if you can wear that with intention and you put it on and you're like, I'm embracing who I am, and think about all those things. Like, I love to do this. I love to cook. I love to do that. I love to provide, whatever those things that you love may be, and just kind of relish in that, because it's going to encourage you and compel you and propel you forward. Whew. Okay. With that being said, I have the Seven of Cups. Now, when I initially did it, I did 3 cards, and they all jumped out of the deck. This one jumped out upside down. It's a Seven of Cups. This is about having a lot of choices and options. And this is about like even dreaming, daydreaming, having illusions, being confused. I feel like you're coming out of that because you are going to start making choices. You're not going to look at the past any longer. That's actually really cool. If you look at this corner right here, I feel like you're kind of watching things with your third eye, almost being led by spirit, by God, your angels, whomever. And that period of like being sad about lost opportunity and stuff like that is ending, or is going to be over shortly. Okay. I know I'm going really fast, but I'm trying to get your messages as accurate and as quick as I can to you. Trying to cram a lot of content in a short amount of time. I don't typically talk that fast. Whew. Okay, so your last card is the Empress. And this is after, and this could be male, female, it's gender neutral, very gender fluid, it doesn't make a difference. But this is stability. This is being all the queens. I feel like you have everything in your arsenal to do what you need to do to move forward. I want to encourage you, be original, be unique. This person does not go to F's about what other people think. What other people think, that's come to an end. There is a death right there with like what you think people want from you, what you should be, what you thought once upon a time that you needed to be like to please other people. All that stuff is burning away, and it's going to be gone with this death card, because this card is all about change and manifesting something completely different and becoming a new person entirely. So maybe you have a trade, a new job, a new invention, new creation. Maybe you're doing like a YouTube channel. Maybe you're getting into your creative juices and making little movies, or, TikTok account. I don't know what's going on in your world, but I feel like you have everything to bring yourself forward in a powerful way. You even have messengers, birds to me are messengers, and this bird is bringing you jewels and gems. So if you are dreaming, and you wake up in the middle of the night, be sure to write those things down, because I feel like you're getting messages from spirit. And if you really reflect on it, you're gonna be like, ding, oh wow, that's a great idea. So you are coming out from the cold. I feel like this is kind of a rough path that she has traveled on. Also, her attire is just really unusual. I think that you also are not going to really kind of look around and go, oh, everybody has Louis Vuitton, or everybody has this purse or that purse or whatever, or even men with their watches and their cars and all of that stuff. You're going to be the master of yourself. And so if you really love and enjoy, driving a Jeep or off-roading or RVing or whatever, you're going to do you. And I think that that's going to bring about a lot of happiness. On her crown, I think that you're going to start vocalizing more like what you want, what comes to your mind a lot more than you used to maybe. And that's going to help you evolve into a better version of yourself. I think you might have an interest in jewelry making. Aries, any of those hobbies can actually bring you money. Okay, so that could be something that's unique to you. I do see a lot of harvest. I see sometime waiting for things to kind of move forward, for you to move forward. That didn't make a lot of sense, but you know what I'm saying, like the crop to kind of be mature enough for you to kind of, pick the crop or however. So that's what I see in this one also. I think that some of you could be developing your clairaudience. And this is, everybody knows about the 5 clairs, some say 6. So this could be about really listening, getting in tune, and actually hearing things that spirit is telling you. And that could be really valuable. That could be really liberating. Things will be moving fast for you. So Aries, be encouraged. If you're feeling stuck in this physical world, you're like, I'm on lockdown. I don't know your situation. You know you. I feel like I can't move forward, anything like that. This is a time for you to kind of dream, dig in, and just try different things that is authentically you. But most important stuff that I feel like has been in your heart for a long time, that you always wondered about, it's time to try it. Give it a try. And that is going to help you harness your positive and negative polarities, what we think of as like the good horse, bad horse, the good wolf, bad wolf. And it's like, which one are you going to feed? We're going to feed them both, because we are like, if we were perfect, we wouldn't be on this earth. We just would not. Okay. So keep in mind, we're driven by desires and ideas and mindsets. And sometimes things are not just black and white. So harness everything about you so that you can actually move forward and bring about the change that you want. And I feel like that's going to help you move through a lot faster. Alrighty then. Whew. So with that, let's talk about the mind. What is on Aries' mind? What is good for Aries? I'm going to have to learn how to shut off these notifications when I film. They are distracting. Aries, please. Messages for Aries. Okay. First card I'm pulling is Judgment. And this is, let's see if you can see that to bring it closer. All right, the Judgment card. She is just like even begging the heavens, praying for growth, for things to just be authentic, for freedom. Look at, she's even coming out of her body here. I think that that's just really beautiful. It's almost like I'm crying out for justice, and it is a Judgment card. So if you guys are in a legal battle, anything like that, you just want things to be fair. You want things to be fair. You want to be able to have that soul that just sings and dances, that's just happy. I feel like you want to feel freedom from everything that's just been holding you back. And so I think that, green is going to be really important for you. If you can actually, I believe in color therapy, if you can actually also wear green, maybe you know, wear a green outfits to go out of the house or whatever. Sure, I wear green intentionally. And I think I'm growing and thriving and understanding all of those wonderful things. So I love that card. I feel like you want freedom so bad that you can almost smell it, because she's like, I can smell it. I can smell this freedom. I need to be free. Maybe you've been on lockdown for too long, working from home too long, or trapped somewhere that you can't come home. Whatever the case may be, freedom is on your mind. Making a judgment call that this is... Thank you. That's interesting. So this card just literally jumped out. Oh, cards plural. Okay. So I have the King of Wands here, but he fell on its side. Okay, so anything that falls on its side, to me, it's indecision. 1 minute you're all fired up. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that thing that makes me happy. I'm going to go after it. I'm going to set up my tripod and do photography. And I'm going to teach people how to do Photoshop for a fraction of the cost. And I'm going to engage in my passion. The next minute you're like, what the hell am I thinking? I don't know. Do I have what it takes? Why am I dreaming all this stuff when I need to prove things before I pursue them? And so there's a lot of self-doubt. It's like you get fired up and then you don't, Aries. And I think that a lot of us are in that boat. If you look behind here, I see the line back here, this Leo. Aries could have some bearing on the matter itself that you're thinking about, but I mostly think about this is your fire, your passion, and moving forward, okay, with any situation. A job or anything else. And I think that your security is shook because this guy is wearing a red shirt and it's like, I'm stable, I'm fired up, I'm going to do it. And then it's like the next thing, oh crap, I'm not, I don't know, and I'm doubting, right? Next thing that fell out with that was the 7 of Cups. It did fall on its side. This man has a trillion choices, really 7, but for the sake of Griselle speak, I'm saying a trillion choices. And it feels like you're overwhelmed with all these choices. Like, what do I pick? I don't know. You're agonizing. Try to be methodical. Maybe you've narrowed it down to 7 things that you think are really going to be it for you. That's going to help you. And in reality, there's 2 ladders. I see one here. Where's the other one? Okay, one here and one here, if you can see that. Okay, so basically I see 2 ladders. I think that 2 options are really viable for you at this point in time. They're going to be the best option, Aries, for you to pick. The other one, it's got snakes coming out. The other one's got water flowing, which, you know, that's fine. But I think that you want to elevate. You want to elevate and create. And so that's what you are in the process of doing. And with that, you're like, okay, these are my choices. These are good choices. Well, I know. I don't know. I'm confused. No, I got clarity. And you go back and forth between having clarity with all of your options and not. So this is a mind thank you. And I'm getting a ton of like confirmation on, I feel it personally like energy. And I don't know how to explain it other than somebody lays a blanket of like static on your head or anywhere on your body. And so with me that has direct meaning whenever I get that, but it is very true. You're in the sense of doubt right now. So show me please for Aries, how can they pick? How can they best? Thank you. Ooh, that's a really good one. So we have the Star. That's like one of the most beloved cards in any deck, I think. But it's about harnessing. You have a deep wish. It feels so far away. And it's like, I wish that things were this way, or I wish that I could do this. I wish I could do that. And again, it has to do with that 3rd chakra we talked about. If you don't know about the chakras, I'm not going to really address them because I'm not super fluid in that. I'm going to stick to what I do. Just keep it simple right here. But study the 3rd chakra. Wearing, again, yellow is going to really help you to be positive about attaining this. Now, one thing I want to point out is reaching for the stars, reaching for what you really want, not what you think is going to gain you a profit or abundance or stability. Reaching for what makes your heart sing. Now, when I look here, that does not show up very well on camera. when I look here, I always see like a wishbone that you get from a turkey during Thanksgiving coming up in November. And so maybe this has something to do with you actually reining in and grabbing what it is that you know, making that decision. Like, okay, I've decided I'm going to go after it. People don't believe in me. I'm not saying I don't believe in you. I'm saying that I get a lot of flack for the things that I do, and that's okay. They don't live my life. But I want to tell you that continue, even throwing out lassos into the universe and saying, universe, this is what I want, and throwing it out there. And as weird as that sounds, Aries, in the middle of the night when you're ready to go to bed, why don't you do it? It's not going to hurt you. Throw it out there and believe and have an expectation it's going to come back to you. You know what? I want this kind of a job. If you want to model, if you want to be a business owner, if you want to have people supporting you, whatever the case may be, if you want love, all of those things, okay? Throw them out with intention and just ask the divine spirit, God, whomever, to bring you back what it is that you want, and just have faith that it's going to happen, all right? Next thing we're going to look at is the soul. As I just said, set the intention, body, mind, and soul. And this deck is going to be, for the purpose of today's reading, Aries, the soul. I hope I'm not going too fast. Also, if you can please like, comment, share, subscribe, I would really appreciate that. That really helps me a lot. I actually quit my job yesterday. And here we are today, and I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to do this. I just didn't really know if I could, would, should. I have a lot of Debbie Downers around me, but regardless, here we are. So we're doing it. Doesn't matter. This is what I enjoy, Aries, and I hope you pursue what you enjoy as well. Back to your reading, soul. So help me to understand what is going to really help their soul heal. For Aries, please. What is going to help their soul heal, feel radiant, and feel motivated and excited again? I have to laugh. I have the King of Pentacles. You're like, you know what's going to make me sing? What's going to make my heart sing, my soul sing? Is money. Stability, money. I want to have a business. I want to be a manager. I want to be the boss. And you, dear Aries, can have this. You can absolutely have it. Just stay focused and pursue your desires with intent, okay? So I think that, pursue what you want with like a drive, with a bullheadedness. And I hate saying it that way, but that's how it's coming across. I think that you have someone around you, or you yourself can have a ton of intuition. This could be a water sign around you. This could be that you have maybe a moon rising, that's water. But I feel high intuition in this. This person could be psychic. This person could be around you. Emotional, but keeps her or their emotions to themselves. Gender fluid. He, she, doesn't make a difference. But it could be someone who gets a lot of messages from spirit too. I feel like they're kind of evolved and they change according to what's needed to change, but they're very spiritual. I like that. Now, interestingly enough, I'm getting a defeated attitude, defeated energy, Aries, where almost like your soul, you're like, I've given everything. I've done everything, literally, for my family, for myself, or whatever the case may be. I've given my blood away to this job, and I've done nothing but get betrayed, get backstabbed, get talked about. It seems like, almost like there's been a stage prepared and people just attacking you left and right. And you could feel like there's a lot of backbiting that you're thinking about, or a lot of pain and suffering. Verbal abuse could be a big thing that people have done to you. And, been there. I get it. I totally get it. It's hard to disengage your mind from that and learn to trust again. But if you even don't focus on other people, just focus on you, on what you are doing, dear Aries. The message I'm getting is, please pull out those swords and let them know that, you know what, that transpired. People are just ratchet. I hate to put it that way. But it's unfortunate. Now, I just encourage you, take out those swords and throw them by the wayward. And focus on what makes you excited, because you know what, in the end, pain makes us closer to the brokenhearted. It helps us to develop understanding. It helps us to really get to know our depth and what we're capable of. And I feel like that's what this is. It's like breaking dawn here. It's like we're going to break that and we're going to break dawn. The sun is coming up. It's going to illuminate everything that other people have done to you, perhaps, or you just feel like they've done to you. It's going to come out in the light. You know, if people bring other people's business to you, they'll bring it about you. And that just goes both ways. So we all know that. I would not really stay in this area because this can hold you back a ton, okay? So Aries, the next card I'm getting in this deck, and I'm just pulling as they're, you saw me shuffle, and then as they're coming out. Ooh, okay, I sneak peeked at the next one. But I'm getting that you need to cut through all the BS, okay? All the BS that has held you back, that has caused you pain. You need clarity. You need clarity about how to cut this out or off, how to pull out those swords, what transpired. That's fine if you need that clarity. But definitely sit on your throne knowing that sometimes just acknowledge that people are I don't really want to swear, okay? Just because I have a filthy potty mouth and I just don't want to bring that energy to other people if that's not your thing. But I just want to say that people can be cruel and rude and narcissistic and users. But you have the power to be able to cut all that out, to cut through all the crap, to really perceive things in a deeper way. And so the clarity that you need, you already know about that betrayal, about the bad stuff. And so you are also in tune and aware of other people that try to bring that kind of energy to you. Because he's wearing blue here, I feel like you're going to be very vocal about things. You're like, you know what? I see you. I see your bull. I see your shenanigans, and I see it. So don't bother with that. And so you could just sit back and know that you have endured the worst of things, and you don't have to take it with you and be defensive. Just have the ability to know that you can fly high and really enjoy your life and have a lot of success and be balanced. Have the ability to keep your emotions in check, knowing their emotions, because you have the intelligence, the wisdom, the words, and the wherewithal to cut through all the BS, okay? I want to encourage you with that. And then your very last card for the soul is abundance, feeling like you have more than enough to share, that you have enough to give and provide for your family, that feeling on a soul level that I'm comfortable, even if it's like with a pot of rice and some salt. You know, we're abundant in how we perceive things, and things do not hold value unless you assign it value. So be aware of how you're assigning value in your life. I think that there is a huge change for all of us on what we value and what is really true and real for all of us. And so I want to encourage you that, you know, during this whole period of time that you're reassessing, that you are reevaluating everything in such a way that it cannot be missed, that you know what's important and it's different than perhaps what it was before, but that you have a ton of abundance around you, and that is going to help you so much on a soul level. Just feel like I'm at peace again. I feel like I have direction, and I don't have to wonder about anything anymore. Like, things are right in your world. I feel like that's coming on a soul level. Let me see if I can grab this without messing up that little tripod. Right before I turned on this the camera to do a reading for you, I got an affirmation, which I was not planning on doing at all, but I think it's just really interesting because I started really vibing with like fall colors. Obviously I've got my what the cashier thought was a weird pumpkin, plural. But in light of that, I really want to share my affirmation that came to me. And it's when I was preparing my candle. I should show you that as well. I was preparing my candle. So everything, again, do it please with intention. Do it with love. I actually pray over my candles before I light them. and I ask them to send me good juju, basically. And, you know, anything done with love and intention. I just wanted really good messages for you. And what I got, actually, the affirmation that came to me was this candle, light my path, light my way, bring abundance here to stay. So with this candle, light my path, light my way, and bring abundance here to stay. So I'm wishing you, Aries, all the love and all the joy and all the healing that you need. I'm sending all that good juju out for you. And Aries, wishing great abundance for you to stay, body, mind, and soul, okay? And with that, I will let you go. You guys have a great November. Thank you, and namaste.